Free testosterone, the normal range. There is currently no standardization of free testosterone assays, and no harmonized reference ranges currently exist. Equilibrium dialysis remains the most sensitive and specific method for assessing free testosterone. This study by Antonio et al., low free testosterone is associated with hypogonadal signs and symptoms in men with normal total testosterone, identifies the importance of free testosterone in the diagnosis of hypogonadism in men with hypogonadal symptoms. The objective of the study was to investigate if low free testosterone or low total testosterone is more strongly associated with testosterone deficiency symptoms. It involved 3,334 men aged 40 to 79 years from the European Male Age Study. They were divided into four groups: normal testosterone, free testosterone, normal testosterone, low free testosterone, low testosterone, normal free testosterone, and low testosterone, low free testosterone. Low testosterone was defined as a testosterone level less than 300 nanograms per deciliter, and low free testosterone was defined as less than 6 nanograms per deciliter. The study assessed sexual, physical, and psychological symptoms. They evaluated hormone levels, biochemical measurements, body composition, and bone density. And these are the results. Men with normal total testosterone and normal free testosterone were asymptomatic. Men with normal testosterone and low free testosterone had a decrease in hemoglobin, decrease in lean mass, decrease in bone density, and increased sexual and physical symptoms. Men with low total testosterone and low free testosterone also had a decrease in hemoglobin, decrease in bone density, decrease in lean mass, and an increase in sexual and physical symptoms. Men with low total testosterone but normal free testosterone had a decrease in hemoglobin, but no significant symptoms or change in lean mass or bone density. He reported that low free testosterone, even in the presence of normal total testosterone, is associated with androgen deficiency related symptoms. Normal free testosterone, despite low total testosterone, is not associated with cognate symptoms. Therefore, free testosterone levels should be assessed in men with suspected hypogonadal symptoms. This is the normal range for free testosterone utilizing equilibrium dialysis at Quest Diagnostics, and that normal range is 35 to 155 picograms per milliliter or 3.5 to 15.5 nanograms per deciliter. This normal range was internally derived, therefore, there is no information about the health status or the total testosterone levels in these men. This is the normal range for free testosterone utilizing equilibrium dialysis at LabCorp. Like Quest Diagnostics, they were internally derived, therefore, there is no information about the health status or the total testosterone levels in these men, and the normal range at LabCorp is 52 to 280 picograms per milliliter or 5.2 to 28 nanograms per deciliter. Now let's look at a study from the journal Andrology, where we can see the details about how the normal values were obtained and compare the results to LabCorp and Quest. The objective of this study was to determine reference intervals for free testosterone in healthy, non-obese men by age groups, as well as in healthy young men 19 to 39 years old. Free testosterone was measured in 145 healthy, non-obese men 19 years or older utilizing equilibrium dialysis. And these are the results. Utilizing the 2.5th and 97.5th percentiles, the reference intervals for free testosterone in all men was 66 to 309 picograms per milliliter, and for men 19 to 39 years of age, it was 120 to 368 picograms per milliliter. Or for all men, it was 6.6 to 30.9 nanograms per deciliter. In men 19 to 39 years of age, it was 12.8 to 36.8 nanograms per deciliter. Let's now compare the free testosterone ranges. As you can see, LabCorp's reference range is nearly twice as high as Quest. As a result, a man on treatment with a free testosterone level of 25 would be considered supraphysiologic by Quest and might have his dose reduced, whereas that same level would fall comfortably within LabCorp's normal range. Qualification for treatment is also affected by the lower limit of these ranges, which is 3.5 at Quest and 5.2 at LabCorp. In my experience, it often takes a very symptomatic or significantly unwell man to have a free testosterone level below 3.5 or even 5.2. It is also important to remember that the reference ranges used by both LabCorp and Quest were internally derived, and at least in the case of Quest, the population used to establish the range may have included men with relatively poor health and low total testosterone levels. Now compare those laboratory reference ranges with the data from the journal Andrology study. For men aged 19 to 39 years, the reported normal free testosterone range was 12 to 36.8. If Quest and LabCorp adopted a range such as this, More men would qualify for treatment based on a lower limit of normal closer to 12, and more men would be treated adequately since a free testosterone level of 36.8 would still be considered normal. Clinically, that matters because many men experience substantial improvement at levels within that range. Under the present circumstances, I recommend getting your free testosterone levels measured at LabCorp instead of Quest.